Right, this tutorial is all to do about circles, okay? Specifically the part going all the way around the circle, which we're going to talk about what that is in a minute. So what I want to do at this point, you might want to draw yourself out a circle, do them in different colours like I have. You don't need to use blue, green, black and the red going all the way around, but whatever you choose, okay? I want you to label up what you can and give me the names of them. So if you want to pause the video here, you can do. Right, so hopefully you're with me. So the most important part that we're going to learn about today is this red one going all the way around. Now, you know what some of you are like? You probably called that circle. No, it's called the circumference. Okay, so we spell it like this. Okay, so that's your circumference. Now, key part about your circumference, it goes all the way around your circle. A posh name in a circle, as it were, the circumference for the perimeter. Okay, so we know that certain shapes we call the outside of the shape, the distance around it, the perimeter, but in a circle we call it the circumference. Now the next part here, this blue part, okay, now this blue part here goes only halfway in, all right, and it's called the radius. Okay, so the radius, like I said, goes from the circumference directly into the center of your circle. All right, now the next one, this lime green one, it goes all the way through you. Now, I always think if it goes all the way through the circle, all the way through you, okay, you're gonna die, all right, and it's called the diameter, all right. So if it goes all the way through you, the diameter. People do get mixed up between the diameter and the radius. I always think if you go all the way through you, it's gonna die, okay. Right, and the last one here, this last little part here, okay, that's actually called a chord, all right. Now a chord goes from one side of your circle to the other, but doesn't go through your center. So in theory, I could have chords everywhere. So I could have a chord going like that. I could have a chord going like that. I could have a chord anywhere on here. Okay. So as long as it doesn't go through the center, because if it does go through the center, yeah, you got it. It's called the diameter. All right. So looking at the first part of it. Now that's what I want to do today. Okay. Find the circumference of the circle. So if I have a look here, okay, you need to know what pi is. Now, to get pi in your calculator, depends what calculator you have. I have one of the Casio ones with the purple buttons on the top and the orange buttons, the Dell and the AC. So find that calculator for us and pause the video. If you have got your calculator to hand, you can find out where the pi button is. The pi button, okay, looks like that, the symbol, and it's towards the bottom. Okay, now it's the bottom middle button that you're actually after. Now, if you can see that the buttons are actually an orange one for pi, you need to be able to get it. Now, just like on a phone, you press an arrow button to kind of get the button that you require. In this case, on the calculator, you have to hit shift. Okay, now as soon as you hit shift, you should see a little S in the top left hand corner. Then if you type in pi, or the button that is just below pi, which is times 10 to the power of x, okay, press that and you should get the pi button. All right, if you hit equals, now my calculator, I get the pi button again. All right, now I don't want that, I want to be more precise with it. So if you press the button which looks like an SD, okay, it now converts it for a decimal. Now that button is going to be very crucial for you guys today, so make sure that you press the SD button. So once you press that, you should get 3.141592654, and it goes on and on and on. It's a number that never repeats itself. So some people can remember it to thousands of decimal places. Okay, I know that some people in our school can remember it to nearly 100 places. All right, so make sure that you remember how to get pi. So the ratio between the diameter going all the way through and your circumference, okay, so this here and that there, there's a relationship between the two. So whatever this is, your circumference, in other words, what goes all the way around your circle, okay, all the way around your circle is usually approximately 3 times bigger than this number here. Okay, so if you want an approximation of this circle here in terms of the circumference, okay, that would be 15. And the way that I did that was it's 3 times bigger than that number there. Okay, so we did 3 times by 5, which gave me 15. Now, make sure you remember that circumference is a distance going all the way around your circle. So in this case, it's 15 centimeters. Not squared, we're not talking about area, we're just talking about a length. Okay, right, so let's have a look at our first example. Right, so how do we work out the circumference of a circle? Now, the circumference is equal to pi multiplied by your diameter. Okay, no squaring, no anything like that, just that simple formula, c equals pi times d. Now, one of my old teachers used to teach me cherry pie delicious, so you had cherry pie delicious to help you to remember. I like CD, okay, CDs, all right, so anything like that that might help you to remember. Yeah, showing my age now with the CDs, aren't I? Right, so let's have a look. We've got circumference equals pi times it by, now my diameter goes all the way through, which in this case is 10. Okay, if I type that into my calculator, I get 31.41592654, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, now I only want my answer to 1 dp. So here, after my decimal, there we go, box around it. Next door neighbour, not a high five, not interested in any of these numbers here because they are not my high fivers, not my next door neighbour, sorry. So I'm only interested in this one here. If that was 5 or more, we'd kick one onto this 4 here and become a 5, but at the moment it's just 31.4. So my answer, 31.4. Do not forget your units, circumference, distance, having to walk all the way around, okay, which is 31.4 centimetres. Okay, right, next one. Now if you want to have a go at EG2 by yourself, I would just hold fire a little bit, okay, because it's not an easy question at all. Now, spot the difference. So we've got C equals pi times d, but in this case, we haven't got our diameter. We actually have got our radius. All right. Now, what some people do incorrectly is that they square this. All right. I do not want it squaring because that'd be 16. I just want that length one more time. Okay. So in total, going from here all the way through, past your centre, all the way to the other side, that would be my diameter. So it's 2 lots of that, which is 8 centimetres. Now, if I really wanted to, cross that off because I'm just going to confuse myself. So I've just got 8 centimetres now. Okay, always look out for it. Think, what do you want? If you want the circumference, you must find the diameter. Okay, so now we've got C equals pi times it by 8. Now, if I do that, my calculator again, we get 25.13274128. And again, to one decimal place, 25.1. And don't forget units, centimetres. Be very careful with them because they do like asking the question where you've only been given your radius, okay, to try and slip you up. Right, moving on. Now you've got a few questions here, so try those questions and see how you cope. Pause the video at this point and draw them into your book or onto some paper and work them out. All right, again, if you haven't got a calculator to hand, have a look online or have a look on your phone. You might be able to use it because there's no squaring or anything like that, so we don't actually need it. And you can just use pi if you haven't got a calculator to 3.14. Okay, so pause the video and see how you get on. Right, hopefully you're back with us. So my answer for the first one, I got 40.8 centimetres for the first one. It was pi times it by 13, okay, which gave me that. Yeah, she gave me 40.8407045. Next one, we've got pi times it by 6, which equals 18.849, and a lot of 5s, run out of room, and so on and so forth, and that gives me 18.8 centimetres. Now, my next one down here, hopefully you've noticed a mistake. What is my mistake? Yeah, spot on. This one here, okay? What should it have been? Hopefully, you guys have said to me 12. Now, why is it 12? Well, because we've only been given your radius, okay? So we get rid of that, don't need it. Now, what it should be is pi times it by another length of 6, which gives me in total 12 centimetres, okay? So pi times it by 12. Now, if you type that into your calculator, pi multiplied by 12, that gives me 37.6991184. Now that actually grounds to, because we've got 1 dp here, box around it. Now next door neighbour is a high 5, so it's 37.7 centimetres. Well done if you got that one the first time round. I'll admit I messed up on that one. Right, so this one down here, now I'm going to be careful because I've got a radius, so I need to double it. So get rid of that. I've now got 6 metres. Okay, so we've got pi times it by 6. So we've got pi multiplied by 6, no squaring or anything like that. And that gave me 18.849 load of 5s 92. Okay, which goes to 18.8 metres. Be careful because it is in metres. That's what the original question was. And the last one, nice and easy, pi times it by 9, and pi multiplied by 9 gives me 28.274, load of 3s, and then 88, and again 28.3, don't forget your centimetres. Okay, Right. Now, some of these questions can be quite tricky, okay? So let's have a look at this past paper one together. Now, we've got this Levi's birthday cake. He's got it in inches, okay? So the diameter of this cake, looking on the top of it, okay? So as if we're looking at the very top. So here's my sketch, my cake, not very good. We're looking at it from that point of view, okay? Right, the top of the cake is shape of a circle. The diameter of the circle is 7 inches. A ribbon is going to put around the side of the cake, so we're going to put a ribbon all the way around this cake. So what type of question is it? Hopefully you got it. Circumference. Okay, so we've got a circumference question, and the ribbons are sold in lengths of 50 centimeters. Okay, so I'm just going to underline 50 centimeters just there. Okay, now 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So 1 inch is equal to 2.54. How would I work out what 2 inches is then? Okay, now hopefully you got it. It's 2 lots of 2.54. Okay, so we've got that, and then whatever that equals. So I'm just going to type that in my calculator. 2.54 times by 2, that gives me 5.08. Now, I don't want 5.08. There we go. I don't want 2 inches. I need 7. Okay, so we do 2.54 times it by 7. Okay, so here that will convert it now to centimeters for me. So 2.54 times it by 7, that gives me a very healthy 17.78. Okay, now what we need to know is that the 7 inches we now know is 17.78 centimeters. Now the reason why I converted it was because the ribbon is sold in centimeters. So if I left it in inches, it wouldn't help me. And I want to convert it straight away to make my life easier. So we've got a circumference question. So we've got C equals pi times D. C equals pi times, now my diameter is now 17.78. Okay, and that gives me, I think, 55.8575178. Now, this here is the length needed. Okay, so length needed. And the question says, is one length of ribbon long enough? Well, is it long enough if I've got one ribbon, which is only 15 centimeters, and I need 55.85? So, no, too short. And always show off by, well, 55, take away 50, leaves me with 5.8575173.8. Right, have a look at this question. Try it on your own, pause the video, and then we'll come back to me. Right, hopefully you've had a good go at this question. Now, the key part to this one is knowing how many people fit around this table. So, people at a conference will sit on a circular table. Each table has a diameter of 140. Each person needs 60 centimeters. Something wrong with that. Must be 2 meters now, social distancing and all that. But 60 centimeters around the circumference, okay? There are 12 of these tables in the conference room. A total of 90 people will be at the conference. Are there enough tables? So we need a yes or no answer now. You can't just put yes or no. Alright, you need to show some working out with this one. So the first part of it, let's work out the circumference of this table. So we've got C equals pi times by 140, which gives me 439.8229715. Okay, now I've got that, I divide it through by 60. And the reason being is because each person needs 60. So that will tell me how many people I can get on. Now that leaves me with 7 point something. Okay, so the maximum that I can fit on is 7 people. Alright, can't use 8 because I haven't got enough for 8 people. It's only 7 point something. So that's 7 people per table. Now there are 12 tables. So we do 7 multiplied by 12. And that gives me 84. So my room can fit 84 people. Okay. Now I need 90 people, so 90 subtract your 84, that leaves you with a difference of 6 people. So that means that these 6 people won't have a seat anywhere. So are there enough tables in the conference room? Nope. Short by 6 people. And if you really want to show off, you can suggest that they have another table. Alright, not as big as the other ones because I need 6 people, but you can just leave it as they're short by 6 people. Okay. Right, now some of the more trickier questions looks like this. Now notice the word, find the perimeter of the shape, not the circumference, but the perimeter. Now start off with actually drawing in your full circle. So we've got pi, c equals pi times it by diameter. So pi multiplied it by 5. Okay, now that will give you 7, no it won't, it will give you 15.70796327. Now at the moment, that there tells me all the way around my shape. Okay, and hopefully you're thinking to yourself, well, you don't need all the way around it, you only need up to there. So if you split it here, it's perfectly in half because you know that's the diameter. Alright, so we do 15.70796327, divide that by 2. Okay, that gives me 7.853981634. Now be careful, some people think they're done. Why is that not done, I ask you? Okay, and nothing to do with we haven't put the units on or anything like that. What is it about it? Hopefully you've said it. You're actually missing this part here. Okay, so we've got that, which was my 15, no it wasn't, it was my 7 point whatever it was. Come on pen, don't let me down now. Always the same, eh? Sorry guys, my pen just had a moment then. Right, so as we're saying, we've got all this shape here. There we go. We want all this shape here, okay, and at the moment all we've got is this blue part. Okay, so we've only got that. That's this part here. That's 7.85. Alright, so we need to add that 5 centimeters. That way I get my full shape. So this part here, okay, was 7.853981634, but I want to add my 5 to it as well. So we've got a plus 5, which equals, work it out, 12.853981633. Okay, now last question. Now be careful with this one. Try it on your own. Okay, and remember, draw out the full circle. Right, so hopefully you've got it. Draw out your full circle for me. Okay, we've got c equals pi times it by 8. Now it's 8 because we've got 2 lots of this 4. That 4 is only the radius, so we want 8. Which gives me a total of 25.13274123. Now that's all of my shape. Now I don't want all of my shape, I only want this section here. Alright, now that section there, we do 25.13274123, and you're right, divide it by 4. Okay, now that gave me a total of 6.283185,307. Okay, and hopefully you've gone right. I need to add something to it. Now be careful because this part here is only that part. Okay, so this part here is only this red part here. We need to work out my 2 other parts. Okay, so if I choose my green, we need that part and that part. Now that's 4, but what length's up there? It's also a radius as well. That's also 4. Okay, so in total we've got another 8. So we've got 6.283185,307 plus your 8, which equals 14.28318531. And don't forget centimeters. Okay, so 14.3 centimeters is the perimeter of just that shape there. Okay, key parts to look out for is this part here and that part there. Do not forget to add them. Alright, you probably just heard my little one screaming in the background, so I better shoot off. But if you're getting stuck on any of the questions for your homework, please give me a shout on Show My Homework. It is so vital that you keep up this. For some of you, this work will be very basic at the moment, but in the next couple of lessons or so, it does build up. Okay, and I look very much forward to seeing you guys hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. Alright, stay safe, keep well, and I'll speak to you very shortly. See you later.